speaking. And how many of us have to do that every day? I'm in sales. Who else here is in sales? What I sell is mortgages. And specifically, I focus on reverse mortgages. Not that I don't do them all, I do, but I have a real passion for reverse mortgages. And when you're selling reverse mortgages, at times you have to be persuasive. I have found that being persuasive for that task is much easier for me than to do what today's project is, which was to sell a more inexpensive item. Because when I'm talking about reverse mortgages, there is empathy for the person's situation. There is the interaction with the person. Sometimes I become almost a family member to that client. And we talk about the needs. Sometimes it takes putting the pen in their hand, but it gets done. And when I used to work with a partner, she used to comment when we would leave, you know, I don't think that they were going to sign those papers today, or they had no intention when we got there of signing those papers today. And I would always say, that was their plan, not mine. So it is a mindset, and you have to work on your mindset. I find that one of the things that's effective for me is the books that I read about selling and sales. I love Jeffrey Gitomer's books. Has anybody read Jeffrey Gitomer? He's great. I'd love to go hear him speak, but he gets $700 to $800 when he's here in town. He talks about persuasive speaking, and he has a newsletter you can all sign up for. I also love the Little Black Book of Sales. There are a lot of things in my library that I find very helpful. But one of the things I find myself doing a lot with my clients is emulating their body language. Rod's sitting there right now with his hands clasped, and he's got his hands around his knee. I find myself mirroring that, and it's very effective. So it is the empathy you show, the mirroring of the personality. If they're backing off, you need to pick that up and you need to back off. If they're leaning forward on the table, you need to lean forward on the table. And once you start mirroring people, you will find that it is very effective. Today's project, I'm to sell an item. Instead of toaster, a coffee maker, some household item or smaller item. I asked Fred to participate with me today. So Fred, would you join me up here? And Fred's going to be purchasing a coffee maker. Hey Fred, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm fine. So you came in today to purchase a coffee maker.
Yeah, I like coffee in the morning, and my coffee maker broke, and so I came to see, I know there's all different types, and it's actually confusing now, so hopefully you can help me.
All right, that's great. How much coffee do you drink?
Well, I got one of those little 4-cuppers, which would count as a pot, but it's really not a full pot, so a couple cups a day.
Okay. When you're out and about, do you drink coffee?
Usually it's just in the morning, unless it's really late in the afternoon or night and I need to keep going, but usually just in the morning.
Do you find yourself ever stopping at a local place like Panera's or Starbucks for a coffee?
Very rarely.
Okay. All right. Do you like just regular coffee, or do you prefer a fancier type of coffee? Some of the new latte drinks and cappuccinos, etc.
I like a nice, dark, rich, hearty coffee, but every once in a while, a little flavor doesn't hurt.
Okay, all right. Well, have you considered a Tassimo?
Oh no, Tassimo. What's a Tassimo?
Well, have you heard of the Keurig?
Well, sort of.
All right. I call this an advanced Keurig.
Okay.
The Keurig works with little individual pods, and you can make individual cups of coffee. So it's handy in the morning. You're not making more than what you typically would drink. It's also great for on the go. because you can just whip it up in no time. And you don't have to do the advanced preparation. I don't know, right now in the evening, do you prepare your coffee maker with a filter and the coffee in it?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So if you forget to do that, then you have to go through that process in the
Yeah, that's
morning.
a pain, but you know, you gotta have your coffee.
Mhm. Well, this is great because it comes in little pods, but unlike the Keurig, it will do cappuccinos and lattes as
Oh,
well.
wow, you're
That's-
fancy now.
That's one of the features. You know, they both do tea as well. Do you drink tea at all?
Not really, unless I'm just down and out, sick as a dog, maybe I'll
Yeah.
have some tea then.
Me neither. I don't have a stomach for tea. But how about iced tea?
No,
No?
no iced tea.
Oh, I'm with you. No iced tea either. But this has little pods, and it's very simple to operate. Do you have children?
Yeah,
You could get your children to make you coffee.
oh, that works.
And that would be kind of exciting for them, wouldn't
Yeah,
it? They'd be happy to bring dad his cup of coffee in the morning,
well, that'd be good.
get them brownie points in case they're in trouble.
Maybe.
Okay. So let me show you how easy this works. This is a French vanilla blend.
Oh, I love French vanilla.
Okay, so we're cooking here. As I said, you can also get these iced coffees. They come in a packet.
Is there ice in there?
No, but all you have to do is add the ice.
Oh.
It comes sweetened already
Oh,
with a creamer package, and the creamer package operates just like the little coffee packs. So when you're done making the coffee pack, you add a creamer pack, you shake it up. Look, it looks like creamer and you don't have to refrigerate it. It'll keep
Okay.
forever. You just pop it in. Let me show you how this one works. You just open it up here. You have a reservoir of water,
Mhm.
all right? You probably want to keep your water a little fresh, but you can leave it in there for a couple days.
Okay,
So it's set to go for when you're, how old is your child?
one is 3 and the other one is 1 and then 12.
Okay, so the 12-year-old has this one
Oh, yeah.
down pat, but it wouldn't be a challenge for the 3-year-old either,
Oh, they
because
might
you know
like
how they
that.
like to press buttons?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you show him this and he'll be, Daddy, want another cup of coffee? You want another cup of
Oh,
coffee?
that would be nice.
So, all you do is put it in upside down,
Mhm.
look, it's ready to go, it tells you green light, you can teach your son all about, or is it a boy?
Yeah.
Okay, red light, green light, yellow light is caution, it's on, green light, it's good to go. Then you just put your cup underneath here, press the button, it starts blinking. And it doesn't take long, not like a whole brewed pot. It's gonna start dispensing. And it's great on price. You know, if you did go to Starbucks, you're married, does your wife go to Starbucks?
No, we like the Starbucks coffee and we put it in the machine at home, but I'd rather not go spend $5 on a cup of coffee.
Well, exactly. You know, people who do go to Starbucks, if they go 10 times a month, which is nothing, they could be averaging $530 a year in Starbucks coffee at just going 10 times a month for these special lattes and cappuccinos and all the flavors. With this, you can produce the same thing at home for a total of about $135 for those 10.
Oh, wow.
So it
That
is a
include the
safe.
machine too?
No, not the
Oh.
machine too. But there's a great sale going on the machine.
Oh, really? Wow, that was fast.
It is fast. And if you go to Sam's Club or Costco or Walmart, Target, they all have these little syrups
Mhm.
that you can buy to add. Now, at Sam's Club, they come in a big bottle, very inexpensive, $5.35. And it comes in a multitude of flavors. It's great, and it makes it just like the pros.
Oh,
Just
wow.
like those guys at
I
Starbucks.
think they have those big bottles at Starbucks. I think I've seen them.
Now,
back
how do you
there.
make your coffee?
Yeah, a little cream is good for me.
Well, I don't have cream here, but
Oh, okay. Well,
You smell that?
yeah, it smells good. Yeah, you could smell it when it was brewing.
Yeah.
Let's try it. It's hot too. That's good.
It's hot?
Yeah, that's nice.
Never had.
Don't you think that's worth the investment rather than the same old brew pot that you've been using?
Yeah, that seems quicker and easier and simpler.
Okay. And you can have your 3-year-old making your coffee in the morning.
Yeah, you might like that.
Just don't let them spill it on you.
No, we don't want that.
All right. Well, thank you.
Super. Well, wrap one up and let's take this thing home. I can't wait to make a nice fresh cup again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Taking this with it. It's good coffee.
That's the art of persuasive speaking. Selling Fred a cup of coffee, getting to know him a little bit before he makes the purchase, talking to him about what his needs are. And maybe this wasn't exactly his needs, maybe he didn't want something so fancy. But sometimes people don't know what they want until you've talked to them about it. So at this time, I'd like to open it up to general conversation and ask people what your suggestions would be for talking persuasively, selling an item to someone. Anybody?
A principle I learned a long time ago was features, benefit, and receipt. So if I were going to sell you a car and you want power windows, I would demonstrate the power windows and have you see how they work. And then I would ask you something about how you felt about it. I want you to give me a receipt.
Okay. So in selling the coffee maker, what would you suggest as the receipt?
Did you see the ease of how it was to make this and wait for a reply?
Good. Anybody else?
I think the smile and the interaction was perfect to drawing somebody in to be like that. So you actually had, and the conversation seemed to go pretty good.
Yeah. I used to manage a fabric store, and that was a touchy-feely thing. You know, people would come in for fabric to make something, and you had an item there that, you know, it wasn't just the color that you could drape on them, but also the feel of the fabric, the flow of the fabric, etc. So every item has something different. This is more tangible than things like a reverse mortgage, but it's always working with the art of persuasion. Thank you.